Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I just woke up about an hour ago, and I sure am hungry. I might even have what you would call a big appetite. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? What happens to be my, boom, one of my Limp Bizkit shirts. Yay, I really like this shirt. It's very cool. This is off of their Loserville tour. I got this shirt a few months back. If you're somehow unfamiliar with Limp Bizkit, for a while they were basically the biggest band in the world. Like genuinely, sort of the late 90s into the early 2000s. Limp Bizkit was, man, like there weren't too many bands that you could say were at their level. They did kind of fall off after a bit, you know, there were some issues within the band, and then the nu metal scene kind of faded out, you know. But the really cool thing has been in the last few years, there's been this resurgence in the nu metal genre, and Limp Bizkit, you know, went out, did some touring, and I got to see them perform. That's where I got the shirt. Like I said, I really like Limp Bizkit. They're goofy as fuck, but I love their stuff. So much so I actually got some videos of their performances that I attended. Just in case maybe you want to check those out, those videos are on the channel. And if nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, like I said, I just got up about an hour ago. Took the night off of work, nursing a bit of a knee injury. Nothing serious or anything, you know, just old injury acting up. And I was like, I couldn't, there was no way I was going to be able to do what I needed to do. So I went over there, took off. And when I woke up, I was like, I'm hungry. Because normally, you know, I'd have food in the house and things. But running a bit low on supplies. Decided I'm going to hop on out. Just get some fast food. Just some fast food. Something quick and easy. But I was also really hungry. So I decided, like I said, big appetite. Big appetite deserves a big meal. So I went to McDonald's for their big breakfast with hotcakes. Ha ha ha! Sure, man. I have not had one of these breakfasts from McDonald's since I was a kid. And I always remember it being like a thing that I looked forward to. We got the hotcakes, we've got the hotcakes, we've got the biscuit, we got some eggs, and we have hash brown. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't, it would have been nice like having a protein in there, I'm just saying. But let's get a thing for the thing here real quick. We'll kind of yeah, that'll kind of work, I guess. We'll sort of do it like this. We'll go ha 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 ha. Maybe I don't know. Ha 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 ha. So the only thing I did in advance was I put the butter on it, just to go over there and let it, you know, do its thing. But yeah. Try ourselves a big breakfast. Hash browns are great, so. I mean, you can't go wrong with the McDonald's hash browns. If every other aspect of their company failed, we would have to keep them around just for this. They're crispy, they're salty, they're amazing. It's just. And I did a review of the Arby's, like, sort of hash brown things that they did. Or I can't remember what the hell they were called. And, like, some people were like, I prefer, and that's fine. I prefer these. Oh, they're just so good. We got, so we got the biscuit, and it also comes with grape jam. I had no idea that they had grape jam, but we're going to go ahead and put some on there because, I don't know, I guess. It came with the meal, folks. It came with the meal. Can you tell I'm still a little bit out of it at the moment? I would have waited till later, but I was hungry, and it was like, look, I gotta either eat or review or do something. So, alright, and then we'll kind of squish it together a little bit. Biscuit with jam. One thing I am going to say right off the bat, having the biscuit inside with the rest of the meal on top of the eggs, bottom part got kind of squishy, so it lost some of that bite. But the biscuit's good. It's fluffy. It's a McDonald's biscuit. And yeah, I mean, the grape jam, or jelly as I would call it, it's actually not bad. It doesn't taste like a really good natural jelly or anything, but it has good grape flavor for what it is. No funky aftertaste or anything. It's sweet, fruity. Yeah, it gets the job done. Okie doke. Eggs. Because eggs. I will say, for all the stuff that they give you, no salt or pepper. So let's just do some eggs. Eggs. Oh, there's sausage underneath the egg. Okay, so we do get a protein. Although I guess eggs is a protein. I should have fucking... Yeah, I had no idea. Cool. And yeah, I mean, that's McDonald's sausage and eggs. It's not... What it is missing, flat out, is seasoning. It needs a little salt, a little pepper to give the eggs a boost. But for what it is, it's not bad. There's definitely worse, like, you know, fast food breakfasts out there. But yeah, it's missing seasoning. Because even the sausage, without a little something to go off of, it's kind of bland. But here's the main thing that we're here for, folks. The pancakes. As again, I remember being a kid, every now and again, my dad, we'd be out on the road, you know, doing something someplace. My dad would all, you know, we'd stop off at McDonald's. And, you know, every now and again, he'd be like, all right, get yourself some pancakes. I get some pancakes. So I'm going to try just a little bit just by itself before I put the syrup on. Little Brandon might have been an idiot. Those are not great pancakes. Like, they're not the worst pancakes I've ever had, but they're definitely closer to the worst than they are the best. They're kind of dense. They're definitely not fluffy. And flavor-wise, they're very neutral. Like, not going to say there's no flavor, but... yeah. Okay. Alright, well, let's get some syrup on there. Try some of their syrup. Syrup tastes okay. It tastes exactly like what it is, which is a fast food syrup. You know, and like, to be fair, some fast food places will actually use, like, you know, commercial syrups, like some of the ones that you can get in supermarkets and stuff. Obviously, for McDonald's, you know, they're going to do their stuff within their own thing. And, yeah, it tastes very similar to the shit I would get at, you know, probably Burger King or Wendy's or whatever. But, alright. Yeah, I think little Brandon was much easier to impress than, damn near 40 Brandon that we're dealing with right now. Alright. Okay. And let's go ahead and let's eat some pancakes. Or hot cakes, as they call them. I don't know why are they I don't know, some of their terminology with the jam instead of jelly and hotcakes instead of pancakes. I don't know. I mean, obviously, with the butter, with the syrup, it's going to increase the overall experience quite a bit. It gives the pancakes some flavor, because without it, like, genuinely, like, they're pretty much just, they're basically just there to facilitate everything else. And the thing is, really good pancakes, that's not the case. You can eat, especially if you go to, like, a proper pancake house. I've had pancakes where you could just eat those things plain, and they're delicious. These need the syrup. They need the butter for them to even stand a chance. Okay, well, okay. I'll say this for them. They're not terrible or anything. Like, they're not great or even what I would consider that good. But again, they are fast food pancakes. Man. You know, but then you think there's, like, places like Denny's and stuff, and, you know, again, okay. All right, well, 2 questions have to be asked as far as this whole thing is concerned. Would I get the big breakfast with hotcakes again? Would I recommend it? No, and no. This is one of those things, you know, like I said, I kind of built it up in my head a little bit, even realizing that, yes, it's McDonald's, it's fast food. It's one of those things that, of course, you know, now that I'm older, I've had better options available to me. This thing doesn't really stand up all that well. Certain elements are fine. You know, the hash browns are still really good. Those have never really changed. The eggs and the sausage are fine if there'd been some salt or pepper to work with. I mean, you know, I guess you could just pick that up, whatever, but that would have helped it a little bit. But the problem is, without, you know, like a biscuit or something to go with, you know, to put them in sandwich format, it really kind of, it showcases the weakness of those elements. The biscuit was fine, and the jelly was decent for it. But, you know, the main centerpiece, the pancakes, they just weren't that great, you know? And I think for me, if I was going to go over there and do something kind of pancakey from McDonald's, I'd just get them at McGriddles. You know, like, that already works, and I could get almost everything that I got in this in a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, minus the biscuit and the hash browns, which I could just order separately anyway. Like, yeah, I definitely wouldn't get this again. You know, I wasn't expecting to love it, but I was expecting to hopefully like it a little bit more than I have. And if I'm recommending it, like, no, no. There's a reason why McDonald's is fast food. And a big part of that is convenience. You know, get yourself, again, you know, get yourself a McGriddles, get yourself, steak and egg and cheese bagel, or, you know, a breakfast burrito, whatever the hell they've got. Something that's quick, that's handheld, that's just going to work. And especially something that's not deconstructed. Because, again, I really do feel like a big part of the weakness here is that it's sort of deconstructed. And so it just showcases the different weaknesses that each element has. Whereas when you put them together, it works better. But, I mean, it's not horrendous or anything. I'll certainly eat the rest of it without any issue. But, yeah, I would say leave this one alone. I know it's been on the menu forever. It's, you know, in its own way, it's probably a little bit of an iconic breakfast item from McDonald's. But if you want a real breakfast, get yourself a real breakfast. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of the year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly proper breakfast-tastic rest of your life. Very final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, That's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, where's your favorite breakfast place? Is it, are you more of a fast food person? Do you prefer a sit-down place? What's your jam? Are you not a breakfast person at all? I'll be honest, I like breakfast, but, it's definitely not my favorite meal of the day. I lunch and dinner kick the shit out of it for me. Breakfast is one of those things I need to be in the mood for breakfast. Whereas lunch or dinner, I have so many more options, so. But let me know. Please feel free to hit up the comments. I'd be interested to hear your take. Bye.